Humans weren't always at the top of the food chain. In fact, for most of our history, we were on the menu. Which raises an interesting question. When did humans stop being food? Not stop being hunted? Not become smarter? Not build cities? When did we stop being food? Because for most of human history, humans weren't at the top of the food chain. We were on it, leopards ate us, hyenas ate us, crocodiles ate us. Giant cats ate us. For millions of years, our ancestors lived in a world where becoming someone else's dinner was a very real possibility. But today, every predator that once terrified our ancestors is either extinct, endangered, or actively avoiding us. Somewhere in our past, the balance shifted. Predators stopped seeing humans as prey and started seeing us as a problem. So when exactly did that happen? The answer isn't what most people think. If you were designing the perfect survivor, you probably wouldn't design a human. We're surprisingly fragile. We don't have claws. We don't have fangs. We can't smell danger from miles away. We can't run as fast as most predators. We can't see well in the dark. Even our babies are unusually helpless. Compared to many animals, humans seem badly equipped for survival. And yet we survived one of the most dangerous periods in Earth's history. A world filled with saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, enormous bears, and predators that viewed humans as food. Scientists know this wasn't just a possibility. It actually happened. One famous fossil from South Africa shows the skull of a young early human with puncture marks matching the fangs of a leopard. That child wasn't simply attacked. The child was prey, which makes our survival even more confusing. How did the weakest creature in the neighborhood become the one thing every predator now avoids? Most people imagine early humans as fearless hunters. But before we became hunters, we were scavengers. In simple terms, thieves. Imagine a giant predator makes a kill. A zebra, a deer, a young mammoth. The predator eats what it wants and leaves. Then humans arrive. Not with claws, not with sharp teeth, but with something strange. Numbers. 5 humans, 10 humans, maybe more. Together, they could approach carcasses that would be impossible for one individual to claim. Research suggests that groups of humans could sometimes drive away competing scavengers and gain access to valuable meat. Think about how unusual that is. A lone human was weak, but a group of humans behaved like a completely different animal. Predators weren't just dealing with individuals anymore. They were dealing with a team. And teams are much harder to scare. There's a strange feature on your face that most people never think about. The whites of your eyes. Look around. Almost every human has bright white sclera surrounding the iris. Most other primates don't. Their eyes blend into their faces. It's much harder to tell where they're looking. With humans, a quick glance tells everyone exactly where your attention is focused. That may sound insignificant. But imagine living among predators, a leopard hidden in bushes, a lion moving through tall grass, a crocodile near a riverbank. Being able to silently communicate danger without making a sound could be incredibly valuable. One glance. Everyone notices. One person spots the threat. The whole group benefits. Predators relied on strength. Humans increasingly relied on shared information. And information spreads much faster than muscle. If you could visit Earth 500,000 years ago, nights would probably terrify you. Darkness belonged to predators. That's when many hunters became most active. Humans were vulnerable. Then something happened. We learned to control fire. Suddenly, darkness wasn't completely theirs anymore. Fire provided warmth, protection, light. Many predators instinctively avoid flames even today. But fire's greatest gift wasn't safety. It was time. After sunset, humans could stay awake. Talk, teach, plan, tell stories, share lessons. A lion cub learns from its parents. Human children could learn from grandparents, parents, siblings, and the entire group. Knowledge no longer disappeared when one individual died. It started accumulating. Generation after generation. Century after century. That changed everything. Most predators depend on their bodies. Humans learn to depend on ideas. Consider persistence hunting. Most animals are faster than humans, far faster. A zebra can outrun you. A deer can outrun you. Almost everything can outrun you. But many animals struggle with long-distance endurance. Humans are different. We sweat. We cool ourselves efficiently. We can keep moving for incredibly long periods. Our ancestors discovered they didn't need to be the fastest. They just needed to keep going. An animal runs, humans follow. The animal runs again. Humans keep coming, hour after hour. Eventually, the animal becomes exhausted. Humans don't. It's a strategy so unusual that almost no other predator on Earth uses it. Instead of overpowering nature, humans learned to outthink it. Then came a moment that would have seemed impossible to our ancestors. Humans started hunting predators. Evidence suggests Neanderthals hunted cave lions. Think about that. A cave lion wasn't prey. It was one of the most dangerous animals alive. Successfully hunting one required planning, communication, cooperation, and courage. This is the point where something important becomes clear. Predators evolved to defeat individual animals. Humans stopped behaving like individuals. Every person became part of a larger system, a system that is remembered, learned, adapted, improved. No predator had ever faced anything quite like that. So when did humans stop being food? The surprising answer is there was no single moment, no final battle, no magical invention, no day when every predator suddenly became afraid. Instead, it happened gradually. One generation learned to cooperate, another learned to control fire, another learned to track, another learned to hunt, another learned to teach. Every generation became slightly harder to kill than the one before, and eventually the balance tipped. Predators kept evolving stronger bodies. Humans kept evolving better ideas. The problem for predators is that ideas move much faster than evolution. A stronger jaw might take thousands of generations to develop. A better strategy can spread through a human group in a single afternoon. That's the real reason humans won. Not because we were the strongest, not because we were the fastest, not even because we were the smartest. We won because knowledge stopped dying with the individual. And once that happened, every generation inherited the survival lessons of the last. For millions of years, humans were prey. Then we became something entirely new. An animal that could improve faster than nature could adapt. And once that happened, the food chain never recovered.